I usually take the stairs. Well, actually, I always take the stairs down. That's so funny. Because I don't want to have to run into anyone on the elevator. Sometimes it can feel like the Matrix where I live. And, you know, I'll take the elevator up because 13 flights is a little bit much. I have to really be in shape, and even super in shape people would get tired of that one. So, but anyway, I wanted to talk today about wishing every single day to have a beautiful day with minimal issues or problems or dramas and stuff like that. Basically, I'm all by myself, so that should limit the amount of dramas I experience, you would think, unless you're a targeted individual of gang stalking or crowd stalking. So I wanted to describe someone I just ran into on the street who created a lot of drama. So we'll start really quick. I have to tell this story in a quick time period. I was hired this weekend to walk someone's dogs, and I thought it was interesting because it's like, what's going on this weekend? Because people seem to need things that don't normally need things on the weekend. So I was walking her dogs, and this is a client who I, love and appreciate and all that stuff. And I normally take her dogs down a certain route. I avoided that route because there was a huge, large gathering in front of Plays and Players on the 1700 block of Delancey. So I sat there for a minute and I was like, I could pass by, or maybe I'll just go down to Panama, the 1700 block of. It's a no outlet street that I often take the dogs to because it's quiet usually and private-ish. And when, dogs have to go to the bathroom and everything, sometimes it feels better to go down a back street. And you're not all out there on the sidewalk with a million people walking by, and so forth and so on. And also it's easier to handle dogs on a quieter street than it is on one where there's a million people passing by. So I used to like that little no outlet street of the 1700 block of Panama, which is between Pine and Delancey. So I go down there and we make the usual U-turn, so I get to the end. It's like half a block long, half a city block long. It only goes up to half of the 1700 block, if you will. So we're making a little U-turn, and one of the dogs magically, and it's, that thing, it's like Murphy's Law, he magically got into position to do his number 2 in front of the last house on the 1700 block of Panama on the north side. And that guy's garage is usually the garage door is closed, and it's one of those rickety metal ones, like an open air garage. But the garage door was open. I was like, oh, these people must be home or whatever they must do. I didn't really think much of it. So, anyway, red, white, and blue. So anyway, I was like, oh, Fletcher's gonna number 2 right here. Oh, there's lots of police. Sometimes they've been escorting buses from these hotels every weekend, and I'm wondering who gets a police escort, but it could explain the drama today. So anyway, because everything feeds into everything. Also, there's someone at the back door. I often go to the back door. That's from Capital One. He must work there. That's part of the Latham. Sometimes I go to the back door just because I want to avoid all the assholes, to be honest, in my building. So anyway, oh, look, it's a little kids boutique next to the church. Do you think it's about pedophilia? Probably. So anyway, and this guy behaved like a pedophile, the one I'm about to describe. I don't even know if he really lives there. That's how bad this is. So Fletcher decided to number 2 behind this person's driveway, and the garage door happened to be open. It's an open air garage. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. So anyway, I already already hate everybody, so let's start there. And it has to do with trying to have a good day, and someone had to come in on purpose and play out in a theatrical way. I was enjoying myself, minding my own business, walking a dog who I got paid to walk this weekend, or 2 dogs together. The dog magically decides to poop behind the driveway at the end of the 1700 block of Panama Street. So I'm picking it up, and and this is how nice I am as a person. And I want to tell you, I have been treated as if I weren't nice at all. So I'm like, oh my gosh, of course he has to poop behind your car. So I was being like super nice. I'm picking up the trash. This guy came out on purpose. Do you understand me? That's how orchestrated these ass wipes are. So he probably came out on purpose. And I'm like, tee hee hee, you know, sorry about that. He had to poop, of course, it's Murphy's Law, blah, blah, blah. So I'm picking it up, and of course, you know, a lot of people who have dogs, you know, have to walk around with all their poop bags and everything. So I don't really care about that, you know. So I walk away, and as I walk away, I kind of noticed another little tiny turd. You know, no, it wasn't the guy, although he is a turd. But I kind of noticed another little tiny turd, like kind of with sand and dirt on it, as if it had been there a while. And I was like, I don't think it's Fletcher's. I'm pretty sure it was there already. And it probably was, because it was probably planted there for him to carry out his skit. I am so not kidding. We just nailed a biggie. So I walk down Panama to 17th Street, and I make a right to go south towards Pine Street. I pass Pine Street, and I head towards whatever, Waverly or Addison or whatever's there. And as I pass Pine Street, which is a larger street with a traffic light, I can hear someone behind me, like an annoying person from the Truman Show, saying, excuse me, excuse me, excuse me. Go ahead. Excuse me, excuse me, excuse me. And he's like reaching up like some annoying character from the Truman Show. He was told to do that. He's like, I'm sorry, I think you left some stuff behind, some poop behind. And I had just had this cute conversation. We nailed someone big time, they're going down. We nailed someone big time, they're going down, trust me. We nailed someone big time. That's what I was told to say 3 or 4 times at Dandelion restaurant. So anyway, he kept going, excuse me, excuse me, excuse me, excuse me, excuse me. And the little voice inside my head said, just turn around and play along. He's like, I think you left some stuff behind. And I was like, I don't think so. He's like, I think so. And I was like, well, I'll come back and pick it up. I didn't want to, because I wanted to punch him in the face. But I did it because you're supposed to. And I was afraid that it would turn into a worse situation. He followed me all the way back, almost like a rapist or murderer. Just before I was about to pick it up, the other dog ate it. Sheldon ate the poop that was on the ground. Thank you, Sheldon, for helping.